Good evening and salutations, my YNR fans. It's been a minute. It's been a hot minute. Now, a couple weeks ago, or maybe last week or so, give or take, there was a lot of people that was talking about this crossover event with YNR and B&B. And it's been a couple of days and this hasn't happened yet. Like, I watched it today and I'm just like, okay, cool, so it's gonna happen today, right? Nope. Nope, Nikki's still snitching talking about this trip to go to LA to confront Deacon to get information on Diane. And here's the thing, I haven't been on board with this whole let's get revenge on Diane for something that she did like over 30 years ago. This is what it literally comes down to. Nikki, Phyllis, and Ashley are going after this woman for stuff that she did 30 years ago. I haven't really been watching the show that much, but it hasn't seemed like Diane's been doing anything. One second. It hasn't seemed like Diane has done anything lately. So I don't understand why. Well, here's the thing. I can see if Diane started, doing her old tricks again and scams and whatever else that she was doing. If she started that stuff up again, then I would be on board with this story. But this part of the story. But the fact that she hasn't done anything yet, the only thing that she's done was try to get closer to her son, was try to spend time with Jack. Okay, yeah, she likes Jack or whatever, but it was Phyllis that actually destroyed her relationship with Jack because she wanted revenge on Diane so bad that, it was more important to get revenge than it was to be with Jack. So at the end of the day, that's not really Diane's fault. That's Phyllis's fault. But for some odd reason, this is the storyline that these writers think makes sense. So I need to sit there and ask people in the comment section, let me know if you're actually on board with this whole getting revenge on Diane. Now granted, I haven't watched, I haven't seen all the different things that Diane has done to the various people in this town. So from an emotional standpoint, I'm at a disadvantage. But I don't know. Like I said, it's also been like 20, 30 something years, so I just don't understand, don't these women have anything else to do with their time? Like they literally are business owners. They're business moguls. That's not enough? Seriously, I don't understand. Now, I was watching a little bit of yesterday. Well, here's the thing. I was actually going to put out the video, but it turned out it was the wrong video. It was the video for today's episode. That thought was yesterday's episode. But I was like, I already started watching it, so I saw a little bit of the confrontation between Nate and Devon. I didn't finish watching the episode, but apparently the dude quit. Okay? He was just like, I'm done. I'm donezo. He was talking to Nick for a little bit, and then Elena came in and found out that he quit. And, Grant, she was happy that he doesn't have to sit there and deal with that stress anymore. But then Nate was like, well, I have a plan to sit there and show everyone that I'm capable and this, that, and the third. We didn't hear what the plan was, but Elena had reservations about it. She didn't like it. She felt like this plan compromised his integrity. And it wouldn't just affect, it wouldn't just affect Devon. It would affect other people, probably Billy and Lily and countless other people. But whatever it is, Nate seems like I'm going to do it regardless. Now, I'm pretty sure Amani isn't helping the situation. She's just not. I mean, she's been at this guy from day one knowing that he was in a relationship. And this dude has just been placating to her, knowing that she's flirting with him And when Elena calls him out, he stands there and acts like, "What are you talking about?" And tries to make Elena seem like she's the villain. I don't get it. The stuff with Jack and Diane was boring. It was just it was just straight up boring. Nothing really happened. Seems like Diane is inching her way closer to Jack, gaining his trust and forming some sort of friendship. Now, Jack has said repeatedly that he's under no illusions with Diane, and he has his guard up and everything like that. But I'm like, I don't know. I mean, to be fair, Diane hasn't done anything to give him any sort of reservations. Um, Diane was talking about quitting, and Jack convinced her to stay, and he bonded over Harrison. Like I said, kind of boring. And the stuff with Adam and Sally was probably the most interesting stuff in the episode. When Adam came to the door, he wanted to speak with Sally, and Sally was like, "No, I'm good. What do you want?" Like, apparently, she also missed a meeting that she was supposed to have because she um, was busy talking to Adam about whatever. I'm assuming, or was did she miss the meeting because she was with Nick? I don't know. I didn't watch the episode, but he gets in the room. He's all like, "Oh, I want a nightcap or whatever." I didn't know that people still call when you drink before the end of the night a nightcap. I was just assuming you would sit there and say, "Could you invite me in for a drink for I don't know. It seems very old fashioned, but whatever." So anyway, he pretty much lays it on the line. He lays it on the line. He tells her how he feels. He apologizes for um the way he went about it. He apologized for the way he went about it, and you know, well, at this point, I'm assuming she already knows why he dumped her, but he said like that day on, like he'd never stop loving her. Now, there's a part of Sally. I know there's a part of Sally that wanted to hear that wanted to confirm her feelings. That he didn't dump her because he didn't love her anymore. He did it to save her job. But also, she didn't tell him why she wanted him to leave so bad. That's because she hooked up with her brother. So she's thinking about him throughout most of their conversation. And she's kind of just like, maybe you shouldn't be here, this, that, and the third. We shouldn't really associate with each other. I'm just like, bro, she is saying everything except for get out. Now, most people would have been like, yeah, I should probably leave. But he really wanted to make his point or his case or whatever. And she finally was like, yo, listen, I mean, after her, I partly want to sit there and say Beyonce moment, but in reality, Adam was treating her like crap. Okay? So there was a lot of stuff that she had to get off her chest. And she was basically Smith to saying she didn't like who she was when she was with him. She felt like they were toxic. He wasn't good for her. And also missing meetings and stuff like that because she's too busy Smith there dealing with him. Now, I will say this. A lot of what I do when I watch these shows is that I give a perspective. Right or wrong, that's pretty much what I do. Now, if I just watched this episode, I would have been like, wow, Sally, you are being cold as hell to him. But I watched how Adam was Smith there treating her. And granted, even though he felt like he was doing it to protect her, to protect her job and everything, it was still cruel. The words and things that he said to her. So I understood. That's why when I said Beyonce moment, I was being kind of cheeky about it because, to be honest, the stuff that she said, the way that she was coming at him, he deserved everything that she said. Now, she also got a text from Nick. I forgot what it was. Something about give me a heads up or whatever. Missed the meeting and stuff like that. Now, the sad, well, I wonder what is Nick gonna do? Because here's the thing, Adams, his whole plan was to break up, and this way she got to keep her job. But now Victor wants her fired anyway because Adam decided to go to another company. So he lost a great relationship to try to do the right thing, and in the end, his family pretty much punishes her anyway. That sucks. That sucks. I don't really know that much about Adam. I haven't really decided if I actually like him or not, but that sucks. I think that's about it. They're probably gonna do this whole crossover thing on Friday, and um, it should be pretty interesting because while Nikki is sitting there looking for Deacon, and Deacon has been hanging around more or less with Sheila, I wonder if Nikki's gonna sit there and find Sheila. That should be hell of interesting, and I am kind of looking forward to that. I feel like that's about it. I don't think anything else really happens of importance. I was watching somebody's video. I can't remember who, but they were sitting there talking about characters that was missing, like Moses. And I thought about like Moses and Summer and well, no, Summer's back. Somebody else is gone. It's not. It's Moses is with somebody, and I don't remember who that person is. But that person is also gone, by the way. I think I might have saw them one time. Um, with a scene with Mariah and Tess. I remember that because I remember being extremely bored whenever I see those scenes. But then you got Amanda that's been going for a hot minute. The actress that played Amani, she hasn't been on there in a hot minute. I don't know, maybe she's been on there lately, but when I was watching it, she was temporarily recast. So I don't know what is going on with this show, but I feel like that's pretty much about it. So with that being said, I'm gonna go. I want to thank you for watching. Let me know your thoughts on the comment section below, and I'll see you in the next video.